up, guys? Jack here, and I'm actually recording this with Little Racing Projects down at the feet, so hopefully Little Racing Projects doesn't wake up. So, right here we had the biggest tale of two races that the Truck Series really has to offer at Michigan. Michigan is insanely fun. The racing is amazing, but if we go and take a look at the laps, we can see that most of this race was spent under yellow. We managed to cross the checkered flag or cross the start line four times with the green flag actually showing. Every other time there was under yellow. But when the racing is green, it's just excellent. So we restarted in this P7 after some restarts. We didn't qualify. We made our way up, and I just I found that the low line was pretty good and pretty effective. And as long as you stayed half throttle, these guys would try and stay full throttle and just kind of drift up the track, and you could gain a good amount of position and track position on the restart on the low lines, just making sure you don't drift up the track at all. But here we go. We're already three wide, and I just wish we could have this longer. I don't know how I need to find some Discord channels or host some private races or find a community, but this is the type of racing I want to see lap after lap. This is what's fun. So here we are, three wide again off the exit of two. I'm not really sure how far up that guy's tracking, so I'm just giving him more than enough space. There's been plenty of incidents in this race of just people not leaving enough space and causing yellows, which we didn't need another yellow, which unfortunately there's gonna be, but for the little bit of racing we did get in here, again, just wrapping that low line, lifting, making sure we don't go and drag the tires across the track. Justin Yee made an amazing video that I might actually just link down below. Cheese grater. Don't cheese grade the wheels. So I feel like I can pass a couple of these guys on the bottom, but I feel like I'm not really making as much progress as I want, and I'm going to try and see if maybe I can get to the high side just to help with the turn in a little bit and maybe get a better run out of the corners and try and get to these leaders. And I make a little bit of a mistake and trying to follow that 23 car up on the high side. So I see him go up. I raced with him for the couple laps earlier in the race, and I really wasn't too comfortable running behind him because I didn't really know what he was going to do. And I tried to guess what he was going to do here, and it ended up almost costing me. And in this moment, I really thought I kind of blew my chance. But I thought he was going to dime in the corner a little bit more, and I got massive arrow wash and pushed up the middle of the track, and I was worried I was going to get just completely caught. I'm sitting on the row five on the outside, but we managed to get some good, clean track with these guys going to the inside. We make it three wide, briefly four wide, and with this, we're actually able to get the draft from all the cars in front of us. Even though there isn't any car in front of us, I am getting more draft with the 23 car for some reason. And it allows me to just really get this squeaky clean little line where I can kind of sneak through and I have a shot coming off the exit with some new track position. So overall, we net gained one spot, but now we have a shot at going to the high side with some clear space there. Unfortunately, not going to make the move on this one. Again, just running that low line, letting the other trucks push up the track, making sure you don't get too loose on the bumps. It is pretty bumpy down there, but there we go. We got the draft from the truck in front, and this is allowing us to get an opportunity to maybe make a run at the leader. So we finally made our way up to the front after starting in the back. Cautions galore, tale of two races. Just nice and smooth through the corner. You're not trying to overdrive it. Just make sure you stay in your lane, and we get a much better run through the exit, and we're able to get to his low side already. And with the side draft, we're going to be able to pull alongside and actually make it to the lead for the first time today, coming with three to go. But alas, there's a crash behind, and the yellow flag is going to be coming out on the restart. Oh, I didn't even I didn't even notice there was a second crash. Um, so with the restart, one thing I've always noticed with when restarting is it's very hard for the outside car here to see if you're on a single monitor the inside car. So just a little bit as we're coming into the restart zone, we just drift down the track a little bit, trying to get him out of our sight, and we're able to hit the throttle really early in the restart zone. And with the draft, I was a little bit worried they were coming after, but I was hoping that the side by side and the side drafting would slow them down more than the draft would speed them up. So here we go. They're already battling hard to try and be the first car that has that run. I see the 8 cars on the bottom, so immediately I go up to give the draft to the car on the high side, try and keep them even at least and make it a little bit harder for them to get to be able to attack me with clean air. If they're stuck and I can at least block one of their lanes, that's something. So we run that low line again, try and maybe get some cars in the aero wash behind us. Again, running that high line, giving the draft to the car that the truck that's further behind. Maybe I should have probably went up a little bit higher for the 2. Come down, make sure I can take my low line. They don't get a big enough run on me. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make that stick going in too early. We had a nice little quick lift moving off the throttle and coming out of the corner about 178. It's not ideal. I scrubbed a little bit too much speed. We're going to try and break that draft as much as we can. And I thought I make a big mistake here and not getting all the way to the bottom early enough. He got all the way down there, all the way on the inside, but I open up the steering just to make sure we carry enough momentum. We come back down the track. We get a little bit of the side draft. I notice immediately I'm ahead. I pull back up the track so he can't re-side draft me to maintain the lead, and we managed to get a win. Um, Tale of 2 races, from absolutely just sitting behind the pace car, bored out of my mind, to that epic finish. And hopefully, hopefully I see some of you guys out on Michigan this week, because this is really fun and I'm going to keep doing it. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully I see you guys soon.